Welcome back to the Schuford Tennis Courts here. Today we've got a EHS live broadcast. We are broadcasting Episcopal Boys Varsity Tennis versus St. Stephen's St. Agnes Boys Varsity Tennis. This will be our first tennis broadcast of the year, and we'd like to thank you all for joining us. My name is Duke Shackelford. I will be your play-by-play, and I'm joined by
Griffin Walker. I'm your analyst, and I've got to say I'm hyped up for this game.
Yeah, we will be covering the number one matchup, Bennett Cruson versus Azer. I'm not sure if that's his last name or his first name. We weren't exactly clear on that.
Big St. Stephen's rivalry.
Yeah, this is the battle for the hill. That's what they call it. I'm sure everyone's here excited. We've got some fans out here. Blake Green's out here supporting Sanook Yoon.
Wow.
I'm sure everyone's.
Love to see that.
Yeah, Episcopal's favorite couple.
Blake Green just has this energy about her that just makes everyone so much happier.
Of course, we've got a couple of parents out here as well. It's just generally a great day for some tennis. Can't stress.
Great
We couldn't have better weather for this. One sec. Sorry about that. We've got great weather for this today. Good, like 75 degrees, a little breeze going on. Taking a while to do introductions here. I'm not entirely sure what the purpose of this is. I don't watch a lot of tennis. I don't know if you do, Griff.
I played a little bit of, as my dad would call it, racquetball back in the day. It was clear that it wasn't my cup of tea, but I gotta admire these boys.
Yeah, you're a big table tennis guy.
Magoo table tennis, that was something special.
Yeah, until the table got destroyed by who broke the or no, someone threw a paddle through a window, and then we got our ping pong table taken away.
Yep. But
So
what are you gonna do?
Yeah, what are you gonna do? No one ever owned up to it. I think it was Rhett, but
Yeah, I know who did it, but
who wasn't? I don't know if it's a topic for the broadcast.
yeah, I'll be saving some lives out here today. Yeah, I guess we're getting a first name basis here. A little familiarity. The boys line up.
Yeah, everyone's shaking hands, figuring out who they're gonna be matched up
Great
against.
vibes out here today.
Now, do you prefer singles or doubles tennis?
Honestly, when I play, I like a good singles match because, you got that awkward time sometimes where you go for a ball and the other person goes for a ball, so then neither of you go for the ball.
Yeah, I know what you mean. Yeah. Plus singles, it's all on you. No excuses.
Yeah.
It's just you and the man you're up against.
Playing on concrete courts, I believe, instead of the traditional clay court.
I don't know how traditional the clay is.
It's like the green clay.
No, it's not green clay. You're thinking of grass, dude.
Yeah,
there's red clay that they play on.
All right, well, where I'm from, it's green.
It's the third surface, Griff.
Where I'm from, it's green, bro.
I'm gonna give you guys updates of other matches. Like you'd be like, oh, Justin, the boys.
And just to let y'all know, we've got a field reporter out here for today's match. Of course, we are only covering the one-on-one match, but thankfully Julia Caulfield is here to let you all know about the non-number one matches. For those of you parents tuning in who are not parents of Mr. Azer or Bennett Cruson.
Bennett Cruson, what a guy, in my Spanish 2 class.
He is.
Big test tomorrow. Let's see if he's locked for this and the test.
Oh, I forget that you're still doing school.
Not everyone's lucky, bro.
As a senior, I've recently taken my talents to an internship, unpaid, of course, but getting myself ready to be a member of society.
First days of the real world. How are they treating you?
Pretty well. Pretty well, to be honest. Commuting, certainly something that I wasn't prepared for. The metro, the dash bus, a little bit more difficult than I originally anticipated.
The world is hard.
Yeah, but as for work itself, I've learned to enjoy it. You know, I've learned to enjoy the grind. Someday this will look great on my resume. I hope. Yeah.
The boys look fierce, ready to compete.
Yeah, I've been talking to Bennett a lot about this game. We took a couple of picks together at finals last Saturday. And I know he's been hyped for this matchup. Of course, Woodbury being the main rival of Episcopal, I would argue St. Stephen's is the secondary rival.
Yeah,
There's definitely a lot of hatred between these two teams. Although Bennett did tell me that he was playing his friend today.
Ooh.
So I don't know.
I
mean, if you ask me, the game's gone soft where guys are friends with players on the other team. But you know, that's just my opinion.
You hear about those old back in the day relationships where you had teammates get traded and then it was war next game.
Yeah.
No longer friends. I feel I'd be remiss if I didn't mention the massive addition to the grill with the addition of Blue Powerade.
Ooh, I haven't seen that. I haven't been to the grill in a couple of days.
Well, let me tell you, they had a Blue Powerade and it was an absolute frenzy. Vin Seagrave personally stocked up on 4. I went back 30 minutes later to discover that it had been ransacked.
Are we talking like the large size bottles?
Yeah, we're talking full size Blue Powerade bottles.
So like the ones that are like this big around?
Yep.
Wow, how about that? Is the Fanta still there?
You know, the Fanta is not there, and I'm pleased to report that, actually. The Fanta and the cream soda. I mean,
it's unfortunate. I like the Fanta.
Not a Fanta guy.
That makes sense, man. You don't like a lot of things.
I like plenty of things. Powerade included.
Yeah, everyone likes Powerade. It's not a flex.
They should just replace the Dasanis with Powerade.
To be fair, yeah, who's drinking? I don't know. For those of you out there, I'm not a big canned water drinker. Never been a big fan of it.
I like the idea.
Yeah, it's a good idea.
You feel cooler drinking out of a can.
Yeah, so this warm-up's still going on. I'm not sure how long they warm up for. But as soon as this match starts, we will get you live score updates and player updates as we have a front row seat sitting about 20 feet away behind Bennett Cruson. Unfortunately, you can't see us on the camera. Maybe you can see us on camera, too, if it was pan over here.
Yeah, folks, we can't really place an emphasis on how beautiful of a day this is. Great day for the game.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
I think it's kind of interesting in tennis how they have multiple matches going on at the same time.
I mean, it would take a while if there wasn't, you know?
Yeah, true. Just from a coaching perspective.
Yeah, that is a good point. I mean, how are you as a coach supposed to be like, hey, make this adjustment? You can't watch all your guys at once. Bennett Cruson just dropped his racket. Not sure about that. I'm not sure what the idea is there.
Maybe that's a pregame ritual.
Yeah.
You know, Josh Allen throws up before every game. Bennett Cruson, he drops his racket.
Josh Allen throws up before every game?
Yep. You didn't know that?
No, I didn't know
And
that.
he's the MVP, so what does that tell you?
Okay, well, Mickey Mouse MVP.
What?
Should have been Saquon Barkley.
Nah, I disagree with that. Bills Mafia is going strong.
You're not a Bills fan, dude.
I'm not really, but you gotta admire greatness when you see it.
Or you could just choose to not admire greatness. You ever think about that?
Me personally, I'm a Carolina Panthers fan.
Yeah,
I'd say-
you have not done a lot of admiring greatness, have you?
Cam Newton, one of the GOATs.
One of the GOATs of what? 2015?
I'd argue. Invented the dab.
No,
Glorified
he
the dab.
didn't. No, he didn't.
All right.
He did not invent the dab. But that's neither here nor there.
Yeah, Cam Newton highlights. That'll get me emotional right there.
All one season of them?
We had a couple. Came back in like 2022. I
No,
think.
he didn't.
Yeah,
He came back and he played awfully.
That game against the Cardinals was sick.
Getting ready for this match to start. I don't know what's taking him so long. Yeah, let's just warm up all day, guys. I mean, come on, what are we doing?
Are they playing?
No, they're not. There's not being scored. You see, because Bennett's this is the drill they do. I was watching him before the game do it with Doric Konak, who is the number 2. They have one guy sit up against the net, and one guy stay in the back, and the guy that's sitting up against the net just tries to make him hard for the guy.
I don't really understand the whole thing with warming up with your opponent. I feel like you're kind of giving your tell at that point.
I mean, I guess it's even because they're both warming up with their opponent. You didn't think of that, did you, Griff?
I don't know.
Oh, come on, Cruson.
You don't walk out on the basketball court and start dunking. Let the whole other team know you can dunk.
Yeah, you do. That's exactly what people do, as a matter of fact. You're talking out of your...
I'd like to mention that we've got a JV baseball game against St. Stephen's going on right behind us as well.
Yeah, I'd like to turn around and look at it, but I think if I shift my weight at all, I'm going to fall backwards down this hill. For those of you at home that don't know, we are set up on a hill.
It's the holy hill for a reason, folks.
A lot of wind out here today too. I don't think that
Yeah.
affects tennis too much. I think the balls are kind of too small and moving too quickly to get affected by wind, but
Yeah.
could be wrong. Wind does affect golf, however, but I think that's just because the ball gets really high.
I love playing a bad round of golf and using wind as the excuse. That's my favorite pastime. Baseball too, matter of fact. I've seen some crazy hits get.
Oh, I thought you were going to talk about how you blamed a bad round of baseball on the win. I was going to say, I don't think I've ever seen you play baseball.
Nope.
Much less have a bad round.
There was a home run derby this weekend though that I did miss.
I wasn't there, unfortunately. You said that you did miss?
I did miss.
I missed that as well.
I did hear that Noble Kelly beat Taylor Pulsifer, who was on the baseball team. So.
Taylor's more of a contact hitter.
True. Noble the Big Bambino Kelly. That's what we called him when we thought he was originally joining the baseball team. Turns out shock put was his calling. Do we have a time frame on how long the warm-ups are?
You know what? That's just one of the things that nobody really knows for sure.
Just enjoy the day. Bennett Cruzen was talking to us before the game. He has a record of 9-2, which he seemed pretty stoked about. And he thought it worth you mentioning that the two players he lost to are going to college for tennis. So,
yeah. Perhaps Bennett Cruzen will one day be going to college for tennis.
Yeah.
That day is not today. He is only 15 and in 9th grade. Or he may be 14. I didn't ask him his age, but he is a 9th grader. Could ask him right now. The man, Mr. Azer, that he's going against is also a 9th grader. The St. Stephen's team, very freshman heavy, as they had several 9th graders on their squad.
It's pretty interesting. You ever play tennis?
You know, I think I played it for a couple of years at camp, but never any official tennis. I was never really about that lifestyle. Always more of a lacrosse, basketball, football guy. Never really a country club sports guy.
Yeah, my mom tried, but I was more of a Fortnite guy after all.
Yeah,
sorry, Mom, season 5's out. Shout out to the French guy at Raleigh Racket Club that attempted to teach me, though.
How French was he?
Hard to say.
Did he speak with an accent?
Oh, he did. Just been in the States for a while. I mean, you're in the States for a while if you're French, and then you live in Raleigh. So
Griffin, an important debate to think about as we watch tennis. How do you spell racket?
You know, I believe there's a Q in there somewhere. That's what I'd say.
Yeah, but I think there's two alternate spellings. I'm pretty sure. I think you can go R-A-Q-U-E-T if you want to be fancy.
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
But I think you can say R-A-C-K-E-T. But I don't know if that applies to a tennis racket. That might just be like a cacophony of noise.
You know, I didn't know I signed up for a spelling bee today. So
I'm just saying, man. It's just one of those things you got to think about, especially as we begin our journey into commentary of tennis.
It is interesting.
Yeah, it's something to think about, you know.
Tennis is a game that I feel like, you know, all sports are kind of affected by technology. And correct me if I'm wrong, but tennis has kind of remained the same for a while. I mean,
tennis and golf, I feel there's not a ton of technology affecting
I would
them.
greatly disagree with golf. I mean,
But the balls are different. Oh.
The balls are so different, and you try hitting with a hickory club.
Well, yeah, obviously like a hickory club, but I'm saying over the past like 40 years.
I'm personally getting fitted for a set of P790s right now, and I cannot be more stoked about that.
Wow, they're gonna bring your handicap from a 17 to a 16.
I would love for that to happen.
Wait, what's your handicap?
Like maybe 12.
Pardon me, we had a coach asking Bennett needs a replacement racket, apparently. Maybe that's why they're still warming up.
That's what the warm-ups ring out, you know? He could have played a whole match with a faulty racket had he not done these warm-ups.
Yeah. I don't know how a racket's faulty. Perhaps a busted string.
Yeah, but as I was talking about, you know, I can't imagine racket technology progressing any further or impacting the game. It's kind of nice to think about. I feel like when you watch tennis or talk about tennis in any shape or form, you have to mention the growing sensation that is pickleball. Swept the nation worldwide.
Various opinions about the sport. Many people don't like it. Many people do like it.
Played a game of pickleball against Hammy Sloan in Florida. And my God, did I work up a sweat. And he beat me, too, which was crazy.
Ready to get this started here. Like, come on, guys. We've been warming up for ages now. I mean, wasn't this supposed to get started at like 4:15?
Yeah. But, you know, all great things you got to wait for.
Yeah, that is true. That is true.
Got to wait a whole year for the Super Bowl. We got to wait 30 minutes to watch Bennett Cruzen play a match.
How did you feel about the Super Bowl this year?
Personally, I hated it.
Me too. I hate the Eagles. I hate the Chiefs less, but man, that was unfortunate
I
to
hate
watch.
the Chiefs more, I think.
Oh, so you're a sheep. You
sheep?
just listen to what anyone tells you.
Not true.
Absolutely
I was actually
true.
a pretty big Tom Brady fan back in the day. Man, those Tom Brady edits.
So you're a bandwagon and a sheep.
Not a bandwagon.
Yeah,
I'm a
absolutely,
Panthers
you're a
fan.
bandwagon.
I just
You're a pretty
respect
big
the
Tom
game.
Brady fan.
I respect the game.
You respect the game. You should be able to admire what Patrick Mahomes is doing.
I don't respect it that much.
Exactly. You're a sheep, dude.
Now, I'll tell you a team I do respect. Dan Campbell's Detroit Lions. I mean,
Yeah, you're a sheep.
what? You can't ask for a more well-rounded group of guys.
No, but I mean, you can ask for a
That's a total.
less mainstream team to like.
That's a total coaching changer on you. You just got to respect that.
Well, I mean, yeah, if you hire 16 coaches, eventually one of them is going to be good. I mean,
But you're talking about a man who played on the Detroit Lions as a tight end and was on the roster when they went, I think, 0-16. So he saw them at their lowest point, and he is now coaching them through their highest point. And I predict a near Super Bowl victory in the coming years. I'd put money on that.
Anything's possible, Griffin. Unfortunately, they've got to go through the Washington Commanders and Jaden Daniels, and that's
And to them, I say overrated. Jaden Daniels, who? That's what I said.
Remind me to not talk football with you ever again.
Commanders getting a brand new stadium and back in the D.C. area.
Yeah, that's
Moving
I
out of
think
Maryland.
they're gonna renovate RFK perhaps.
Yeah, I think that's a pretty classy decision. Back to the roots,
Yeah.
where they won 5 Super Bowls. Is there a correlation between tennis players and squash players? Do we know that? If these tennis players play squash in the winter?
I got to assume a lot of them do. I know Martin Gillamontis, who is a squash player, is also a stellar tennis player.
Well, he's actually on the baseball team.
Well, yeah, he doesn't play tennis anymore, but he
Oh.
was once a stellar tennis player.
I believe it. Marty, what a guy.
Yeah, he actually knocked me out in our recreational tennis match this weekend.
What'd you dress up as?
I was a minion.
A minion?
Yeah, you know, with the overalls and the
Yeah,
yellow paint.
I've dabbled in a couple minions before.
You dabble in 'em?
I know of them.
Whatever you say, man.
Got a mean boss.
I would argue Gru's not that mean.
Tell that to the moon. Who else? Any other minions on the court or just you? I feel like a minion. That's
me
a
and
good
Anna
costume.
Gregg, yeah.
You did a collaboration costume with Anna Gregg?
Well, yeah, because you do a collaboration with the person that you're on the team with.
Oh yeah, I forget it's girls and boys.
Yeah. Oh, use your head, man.
Sorry, not the knower. Never claimed to be. Pretty decent turnout today. Couple parents, I think. I'd have to assume. As I watch, I see more and more energy go into these warm-up matches. It makes you kind of question the stamina. Can you keep it up for this one?
Absolutely.
I mean, I'd be tired alone off these.
Yeah. That's what's different about these athletes, Griffin. They don't get tired.
We'll see.
You know, I'm starting to think they might not be warming up anymore.
You know, that is definitely a possibility. These are...
The score hasn't changed yet, though. So I'm not really sure what to think. No, that's definitely not a warm-up.
Yeah. Yeah, he's pointing out.
Only problem is they're not putting the score up.
It's hard
So
to tell.
I don't know what. Yeah.
But and he pointed to the line as if he was arguing for that point or not. So
Derek, can you go take a look over there, see if there's anything on the scoreboard?
go ask the coach maybe.
Yeah, it does say 0-0, but yeah, go ask the coach. Sorry, we've got dealing with some issues here. I was waiting for them to start changing the scoreboard around. Oh, I think that's the set score.
You know, you were right.
Yeah, I'm absolutely right.
Wow.
Wow, well, for
apologize
those of
for
you at
that,
home,
folks.
yeah, wow, that was a real blunder.
You know, blunder was on the tip of my tongue.
It looks like Bennett Crucian's won pretty much every point so far, though. I saw him get at least 2.
Exploding through the ball currently.
That one was out of bounds. It'll be Azer's point. Good rally here.
Are we allowed to talk during the rallies?
I
From a
mean,
broadcasting point of view?
minimally. And that one out of bounds on Crucian yet again. He looks frustrated.
Interesting to watch 2 freshmen.
Oh, and that may have been the end of the first set.
Yeah.
That looks like exactly what that was.
Wow.
It's by games.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
Yeah, you won the first one, I think. We are fully up now. Azer has won the first set, and they're kicking off the second one. That will be Azer will score first here in the second set as Cruzen hit that one slightly out of bounds.
I thought it was set. Set is the first to 6 games.
Oh, interesting.
I thought it was set match.
Sorry, my terminology is incorrect. He won the first game. I didn't catch that last point. See who serves here. Looks like Cruzen's getting ready to serve.
It's probably somewhere in Griffin's research for yesterday.
I got it.
So that will be, no, sorry, Azer. It'll be 30 love Azer, if I'm not mistaken. Which I very well could be. Whoa. Doing a lot of wind here right now. Cruzen sneaks one over. He's going to get a shot at one here. Wow, great shot by Cruzen. Put that one out of the court.
Really setting a precedent for how he wants the rest of this game to go.
Yeah. 30-15, Acer.
Cruzen quite literally smashed that one out of the court.
What is this set? One's done.
Give him that note.
Wow. A lot of heat on that serve.
Really going for it.
Doesn't make it over the net, though.
Safer option that time.
Yeah. I think that was out of bounds on the serve. Double faulted is, I believe, the correct term. Or maybe not, because he's serving again. Maybe they get 2 faults in high school. I really couldn't tell you. No way, I'm under the impression that it's still 30-15 Cruzen. And that one will make it 40-15 Azer. Azer's 1 point away from capturing the second set.
Pretty impressed by what we've seen so far from both sides.
Absolutely. A lot of heat on that serve. Cruzen plays it back to him. Oh, never mind, that was out of bounds.
Great ball there by Cruzen, I think,
Yeah.
if that's in.
He will score there. And it will be 50-30 Azer, if my math is correct. Great rally here. Wow, it was a great shot by Cruzen. Forced Azer to make a quick play on it, and he could not convert there.
Some very electric rallies going on between these two.
I believe it's 40-40 right now. So that will be a deuce. Oh, I apologize. It is the set score is 1-1. This is the third set. Scoreboard is not correct for whatever reason.
I get it. There we go. Okay. Score the match.
Cruzen
It's
serve.
actually tough. You can't see this. Here. Mackenzie's not. You don't need this chair.
Oof. Cruzen gets one up there.
Let's do this.
I think they'll be even again now. back to a deuce.
So, what's the
I
score?
believe Cruzen had the
Game.
I believe it's a deuce.
Deuce, 40-40.
Cruzen faults there.
Cruzen serving yet again.
Great serve by Cruzen. I believe that was out of bounds.
Cut to him. Kenzie, cut to him. So that was
Cruzen has advantage right now. Scoreboard might not be correct. Wow. It's a great return.
Nearly getting to it.
just happened there.
And I believe it's
Back to deuce.
once again a deuce.
That's a take advantage. No.
Back.
40-40. There you go.
This has been an extremely back and forth game.
Kenzie, are you bringing in sound from camera one? It's probably pretty windy. But
Cruzen serving yet again.
it's fun to get the
Oof.
tennis sounds.
Fault one there.
Let's get the tennis sounds. Bring in some from camera one. I don't know how windy it is though. It's from the wind.
Oof. Out of bounds there on Azer, if I'm not mistaken. Get a great look at it.
So
Yep, out of bounds there. It's advantage to Cruzen.
Derek,
And failed to return there, but I don't think he can win off the serve return. Unless I'm mistaken. Wow, great shot
Wow.
by Cruzen, and that will be the game, I believe.
reset to 0.
That will be it. Cruzen will take a 2-1 game score. It's first to 4.
Nice.
Gotta say, I'm really impressed by what we've seen so far from both sides. Pretty consistent rallies.
Yeah. She's coach. It's on you. Not bad. Yeah. It's really to see that.
Oof, that one's slightly out of bounds there. Just bit the corner.
We try to do tennis once or twice a year. Normally we're over there. Oh, okay. It's cool with the big camera up top. That's those dots. Yeah, that's it. That's the another guy. Cuts between. Okay. In between class. It's got a graphic
That
on
one
there.
will be out of bounds.
Both opponents really keeping the ball in the back of the court.
Yeah. Not a lot of running around for each of these guys. Not a lot of forwards and backwards for each of these guys. They've been
That's what happens
going
when you
back and
get,
forth a lot.
they call that game management.
Yeah, absolutely. Out of bounds again from Azer. Cruzen takes a 30-0 lead.
Much needed water break for the fellas.
Yeah, I'm not really sure how they decide when to take a break.
Wonder
You'd
if
think
it's
it would
a-
just be after each set,
Yeah.
but that didn't seem like. I mean, I could have been dreadfully wrong with the scoring, but
Still got some of these other matches going on.
hopefully Julia Caulfield will bring us updates from the other matches as this game goes on. She's our sideline reporter.
It's kind of a weird thing if you win your match, but your team still loses, you know?
Yeah, must be.
You walk away with the day, both a winner and a loser.
So you got to think, would you rather have yourself lose and your team win, or you win and your team lose?
You know, I'm a team guy. I'll take one for the team any day.
Oh, set just finished. So, yeah, set score is 2-1 Cruising. For some reason, the thing was messed up. Set just finished. Derek, because you reset it, it's 15-0 Azer, if I'm not mistaken. Solid rally here.
Wow.
And Azer clips the top of the net. Cruising will take that point.
Yeah, both these players are really going for it on their shots. They're not really trying to play it safe by any means.
No, they're not waiting for the other guy to make a mistake. They're really trying to go force that mistake.
Gotta admire it.
Cruising
Wow.
could not get to that one. He sort of lobbed that one up for Azer to get there, and unfortunately, he just had too much ground to cover.
You know they can't go all your way.
Nope. Unless you're really good.
True.
Derek, how much fun you having right now? It's fun you having right now.
A great hit by Cruising.
Love to see that.
And that will tie it up at 30. Oh wait, I may have been mistaken. That might Azer might have just scored. I'm sorry, folks. It's really hard to get a good read on this. We've got a lot going on here. It's a windy day. We're sitting on a hill. I think Azer might have 40 right now, though. Skips one over the net, and I think he scored another one there. Oh, yeah, that one went out of bounds, so Bennett scored there.
Bennett Cruising with some bright blue shoes.
Correct me if I'm wrong. Do they not serve after they score?
Or
Or is it like a two-serve type thing?
Yeah, I thought it was. Maybe. I thought you serve after you score.
Yeah, I agree. I think they're at a deuce at this point.
Could be. Just short.
Good shot by Azer. Take the advantage here. Game point now.
St. Stephen's is leading number 2 singles 3. Wait.
Update from our sideline reporter, Julia Caulfield. The number 2 singles match currently features a score of St. Stephen's 3 games, Episcopal High School 0 games.
Again, that's just the complexity of the sport. I mean, we're watching a pretty close game right here.
Yeah, these boys have been locked in a deuce for a while as they were last game. Oh, wow. Great shot there to take the advantage back for Azer. Barely makes it to it. Oh, wow. Great technical shot by Azer, and he will. Thought he took the set there. Yes, he did. He will take the set. We'll tie it up at 2-2. Or, sorry, he will take the game. Tied up at 2-2.
Azer really planting himself and letting the racket kind of create the
Wait,
movement.
was that the end of the set? I guess not. Looked like he walked off there for a second.
Yeah, I agree. Had me fooled.
Folks, I apologize for my inability to score tennis. It is difficult. Thought the set ended there, although I thought the game ended there, although it didn't look like it.
Interesting.
Oh wow, wow, good effort by
Wow.
Cruzen. Forces Azer to hit it way over.
Yeah, when I spoke to the coach both yesterday and before this match, he seemed very
Derek, I think it's
emphatic
30-15
about this
Bennett.
game.
How about that?
Real excited.
Yeah, I think everyone, all the teams here are always excited to play against St. Stephen's. It's a pretty heated rivalry. Definitely don't like these guys.
What a better day.
No better place to be. You can hear Cruzen exhale every time he hits the ball.
Pretty.
Lobbed that one up. Wow. Oh, yeah, that's the kind of shot you can't give up. It's a heartbreaker. 30-30, all even now.
Cruzen really running around these past couple.
A little bit too much on that one. Point goes to Azer. And Azer leading Cruzen now. These have been extremely close matches, folks. Oh,
Wow.
and I think with that, Azer will take the.
Game, I believe. Yeah.
I thought he took the 6th game. Yeah, he will. Okay, 3-2 Azer. They only change it and take a break every second set for whatever reason. I couldn't tell you why.
Maybe keep the pace up if they were pausing between every game.
Sorry.
Might take a while.
Yeah, I suppose. Doesn't make a lot of sense to me, but
It really got us confused.
yeah. Tell you what. But we recovered there. We had the accurate score up for a little while.
That's the stuff you don't think about when you do your research the day before is how often do they take the water break? Question I forgot to ask.
I don't think I would have asked that either, Griffin. So I don't blame you.
As a casual viewer of tennis, I've got to say I'm pretty entertained by this.
Yeah, I agree. I mean, both these guys are leaving it all out there, you know? Leaving nothing up to the imagination. I don't think that's what that
You may catch me at Wimbledon come next year.
Wimbledon? Wimbledon? There's a
Isn't
D
that
in
a
there.
thing?
It's Wimbledon.
Wimbledon
Yeah, Wimbledon.
shows you what I know.
No T in that. Actually, I guess no T in that word.
Again, did not know I was signing in for spelling bee today.
Just ask you to say the right word, man.
Turn out to be an epic battle here.
Yeah, this is a extremely good match. I think Bennett scored. Sorry, did you catch that point?
Yeah. Azer just scored.
Azer just scored. All right, perfect. 15-0 Azer here in the 6th set. Azer looks to perhaps take down Cruzen here. 30-0 Azer. He's doing it on a good pace so far.
Cruzen narrowly missing the line.
Sorry, here in the 6th game. Oh, fault 1 there for Azer.
Nice commentating, guys. No. If it's like a 40-40, then it's 11. You have to win by 2 to win the set.
To win the game.
Yeah, to win the game. But there's
Azer
no,
pretty
like,
close
you
to
need
closing it out here.
Yeah, no.
So it's first to sets.
Yeah.
So the most
Cruzen's going to need some
Yeah.
magic to
Wow.
hold on. Wow.
That was
He
a
gets it.
great look.
Nobles.
Nobles, it's not right.
Apologize for the camera difficulties.
Brian, stop touching it.
Trying out this new tower for the first time.
The wind is really
Yeah.
proving to be
A lot of wind today.
quite the hassle.
Just like leave.
Azer looks to close it out here.
Still here.
You
Oof.
want to go to the center, Julia?
It will be a deuce. Bennett Cruzen has climbed back into this one.
I'm gonna go to the
And Azer's going to have to play some good tennis to get him out here.
Maybe be prepared for the AP exam.
Right on the line there. It's a great shot by Azer. Hammers one down,
Wow.
and Cruzen doesn't have a prayer of getting to that.
Tennis is a momentum game. If you win the last point,
20,000 emails.
Absolutely.
On what, Gmail? You have mail or Google, but
We've got.
but that's what happens when you get two great opponents. You kind of create a stalemate. Anyone's game.
Azer slowing this one down.
doubles, it's St. Stephen's 4, Episcopal 1.
In the second doubles group, St. Stephen's has a score of in the second singles group. Thanks, Julia. St. Stephen's has won 4 games to 1, and Cruzen lifts that one out of bounds. I believe that will be game,
Yeah, I believe so.
unless we have the score wrong. I mean, no one's going anywhere, so maybe not.
Is that hassle then?
Oh, sorry, Cruzen had the advantage prior.
If they're hassling in tennis,
Wow,
Great
ball.
shot by Cruzen. I'll bring it back to a deuce.
Love to see that.
Fault 1 there. No.
There goes some of that momentum I'm talking about.
Assume he'll play it safe here. Oh, never mind. Strikes the corner. Gives Cruzen an opportunity here. Oof, gets back to the ball in time. And I believe he shot that one out of bounds. Cruzen will take the advantage here. And Azer to serve.
Yeah, Cruzen's been corner hunting this entire time. It's paying out pretty well.
Ooh,
Fault.
strikes the net there for fault 1. Here's Cruzen. Looking to win this game.
Cruzen bringing the heat.
Wow.
Wow,
And he takes it down.
great point.
Kids, if you check the screen just to make sure.
Textbook point there by
I believe that
Cruzen.
is game for.
Apparently not. Oh, maybe. Yes, I believe Cruzen has evened the score back up
Should be.
at 3 sets to 3 sets.
Massive-
Wow.
Massive audience.
A lot of heat on that one. Did that one bounce in bounds before going out or no? I didn't get a great look at it.
Nearly missed it. I
think it was out of bounds.
I thought it was out of bounds.
So there we go. Okay, fault 1 for Cruising. My apologies.
Yeah, that's Cruising serves again.
I believe that one went out of bounds. Oof. Several serves in a row out of bounds for Cruising.
He's playing a power game. Going for it. You got to admire it.
He's got him there.
It looks like, I mean, to be honest, I really can't tell.
Yeah.
Cruising's still serving.
Whoa.
Wow. Wow. Cruising got lucky there.
What a break. (30-0) Cruising.
Not 100% sure that's the score. I think Azer might have a point or two. We can't really know for sure.
You really need 20/20 vision too.
Yeah, you really need to know the. You really need
Yeah.
to know the game of tennis. If I'm being honest with you. Derek, give Azer 15. I think he's got at least 15. Oh, wait, that might be it. Pardon me. Never mind, you might have been right. Cruising will take the final 2 sets.
Wow.
To end this one 4-3. Sorry, final 2 games to end this one 4-3. Stellar work by Cruising there to come back and win it for his squad. That was extremely close all throughout. He did come away with the last set in a blowout. Wow. Yeah.
Gotta say,
Stellar win
impressed.
for Cruising.
Let's,
Yeah,
let's
I think that's all we've got for today. No?
Could be
I
mistaken. I don't know. And we've still got maroon tennis going on.
Thank you for joining us for this game. We'll be back with you in a moment.
All right.
Is that not what it is?
Yeah.
My apologies to those of you at home. It is first to 6. I was told it was best of 7. Whoever told me that was mistaken.
Yet another blunder by the sports media team today. We apologize.
We don't know tennis, guys. To be so honest. And
2 times to 6.
and Azer takes a 15 love lead here in this 7th game. Cruising knocks away Azer's serve as it was out of bounds. Azer serves again.
Is this how they make wigs?
Pretty solid rally back and forth.
Absolutely.
I feel like I'm not.
Hard to tell what happened
That
there.
point will go. It hit the net, so that point will go to. It might go to.
I think it's Azer.
I can't tell. I thought you could score off a net, but it looked like
Yeah, I
Azer just
agree.
kind of didn't really play that one.
Yeah, so I just have to.
I just have to assume it's Azer.
Yeah. Azer possession, yeah.
Yeah. The dining hall closes.
That one's out of bounds on Azer. It'll be Crusen's point. Derek, it's 30-15 Crusen. You have it. You have it 30. You have it switched. And yet another point for Crusen. He's doing a great job.
Be interesting to see how this match goes later on when both these guys are tired, because I mean they're
Absolutely.
playing Powerball right now.
Yeah, I mean, as it's gone on, Crusen's been increasingly more dominant. As he won that last set in a blowout, and
I think he's playing the
here
long
he
game.
is. Here he is, doing really well this set so far. It's fault one for Azer.
Does anybody want this string?
Great shot there by Crusen. Barely made it to that one. Pops it up.
Wow.
He's going to get an opportunity to slam it here. Oh, wow. Great shot by Azer. Just a little bit of misdirection.
Yeah, you know Crusen's desperate to get this match over so we can go to the center later tonight.
Absolutely. Crusen is 1 point away from taking home this game and being one game closer to taking down the set.
Can I drive it? Mark, if I have my license, can I drive it? Mark, how are you surviving this heat? How are you surviving?
Great shot there by Crusen,
Yeah.
and he will take down this set.
No, not the set.
Sorry, this game.
Yeah. See, there's me picking up some ball knowledge.
No, that was he took the we won the game. It's 5-3.
You need it at least 6.
It's frustrating for us that they don't flip the thing every set. So we're only about 80% sure that he just won. Or sorry, every game. We're only about 80% sure that he just won that game.
Nothing's 100% in life.
No. Besides death and taxes.
Wise quote right there.
And 85 always gonna be open. Or so I've heard.
You know, I haven't really heard any dingers go off behind us during the baseball game.
No, I haven't either.
Makes you wonder. As I look behind us, I see Episcopal is losing 4-0.
Oh, that's unfortunate.
Plenty of
Wonder how
games.
Augie Albers is batting.
I have to assume phenomenal.
You don't have to assume that. No one's making you.
He's coming off an injury, so.
He is? An injury to what?
Tripped on one of the bases and twisted his ankle, so.
Looked like that one went out of bounds here, and
How you doing, Storm?
Azer will take the lead.
You want to get out of the sun a little bit? Noble's had some trick with her phone that she somehow got that thing.
I feel like this is a game of patience. So I've picked up on it so far.
You're kind of just waiting for the other guy to make a mistake, and
The waiting man wins in tennis. That's my quote.
Sorry, we're still dealing with some technical difficulties out here, and also trying to figure out.
Just what this game is exactly.
Yeah.
What exactly is going on other than the racket and the ball?
Yeah. It's another point for Cruson there. Derek. It's 30-40.
Explosive serve from Cruzen there.
It was a fault, though. Wait, was that a fault?
Yeah.
Yeah.
You do not want these balls to hit you. Cruising with a kind of a groan after every shot. I thought that was only the stuff of myth about tennis. Didn't know that was actually a real thing.
No, absolutely is.
Just the power that goes into these shots. You know, something interesting I always thought about tennis is you don't really have a real, or at least in this case, I know professional, but there's not really a real referee.
No, not really at all.
You're kind of just going
That
off
one
each other's
looked like it was
word.
definitely out of bounds.
But you understand what I'm saying?
Yeah, I do know what you mean.
Kind of got to trust your opponent to make the right call, which
I don't know
it's a
how
game
you
of
can do
honor.
that, yeah.
That's a game of integrity right there.
I don't know how you can do that. Never trust my opponent.
Wow. Cruising trying to get up close and personal there did not pan out.
I believe Azer just took the set there. No, sorry, the game, but he didn't. You know, folks.
They're not making it easy for us. That's for
No,
sure.
they're not. Not at all. Oh. Would take anything we say with a grain of salt.
If that.
Yeah, possibly more. As we know, about as much as the common man does about tennis.
The common man.
We'll call it a deuce. Oh, never mind. He's walking off now.
So is that game?
Oh wait, no, is he? He's coming
No,
back
he's just
on.
getting
He's
a
coming
ball.
back on.
I'd call it deuces. Deuce?
Deuce.
Deuces?
We'll call it a deuce.
Change the thing so it's his last name. Because the other kids. That's my bad. I'm putting it.
I know how to spell it, but I'm not going to tell you.
I thought when I read it, I was like,
I need such good names. Oh, I said I wasn't going to tell you. Kidding. Yeah. K-R. Wait, I thought it was. Yeah. I don't know, actually. I'm looking it up.
it's on the roster.
No, it's an S. Cruisin? Cruisin. It's looking sick.
Still dealing with some issues here.
What happened to the other
Really not sure.
Are we though? At this point, you just gotta accept it.
Yeah. And there's the end of another set. To be honest, I don't know who won it. We're gonna find out here when he flips the score.
Part of the magic.
Never mind, they're not touching the scoreboard.
He's got a good shot on there.
Wow. Here we go. Get up close on Cruising.
Yeah, let's hope that he chooses to flip it here. I think that
This is the money shot right here.
Is it going around right now?
You guys look like you're not driving.
That for the Instagram. Should I go get tested for COVID? I feel like I'm so serious. Should I probably gave you my sickness. I've been able to talk to you.
I'm starting to wonder if they even know what the score of this game is.
Tennis is a confusing sport. Back home, I had to wake up at, I think, 8 a.m. to go watch my dad's friend's club championship tennis match, in which he is a former tennis pro from Hawaii. So he won that pretty quickly. It's a pretty interesting watch.
Interesting. Is there a reason that you were at this game?
I think just general morale boost.
Your dad was just bringing anyone he could?
Sure. Joe, gotta love him.
All right, let's hope that they are about to change the scoreboard here and maybe give us any semblance of what's going on.
Have you seen how the NFL has like a Nickelodeon version that explains the game?
Yeah,
We need that.
here's cruising.
Nah, he
Okay.
flipped the thing, but 4-5.
But it's which it looked like he flipped the other one twice, insinuating that Azer won 2 sets. So we might have it wrong here. I can't even see the scoreboard anymore.
This broadcast brought to you by Advil for the headache that it is causing.
Good one.
Not really. Fault there on Asia's behalf, I believe. Pretty cool name, Azer.
Yeah. It's like laser but without the L.
Laser, but without the L.
Except, of course, laser spelled with an S.
Not laser beam. Hopefully we don't get knocked over.
That
Could-
sure would be bad.
Folks, you could lose a broadcasting team due to this wind.
Yeah.
Push us all the way down this hill.
Yeah.
I picked up on the court to the right of this. You have Doric in his match, and he seems visibly frustrated at the way things are
I
going.
know at one point when we were getting updates from Julia, he was losing by at least 3 games.
I feel like that's pretty uncharacteristic for Doric. I feel like I don't take him as anything but winning.
No, he's
I feel like he's just a winner at life.
Where's he going to college?
Doric?
Yeah.
You know, I do not know. I'm not a.
It's one of those things that nobody really knows.
I believe that is Mr. Slack, Spanish teacher of both Bennett and I, pulling up to the game.
Oh, how about that? Gets to watch Bennett play tennis and you do sports media. And good point for Bennett there.
Maybe he'll have some mercy on our test tomorrow.
I wouldn't bet on it.
Yeah, Bennett is the definition of a student athlete. Wow. Great recovery there.
Wow, yeah, he got
Not much you can do in that position.
pointed over at him. Maybe it was out of bounds. I think it was. Not sure though.
You guys want to move the tent? Move the tent? Move the tent? You want me to?
I think it's fine.
Yeah, so, I care about you.
I don't really, I don't mind.
There, give me a hand. Sit down. Just go in the middle, lift up.
Wow.
There you go,
Great,
cruising.
great job by
Believe
Cruising
that
there.
gives him advantage?
No,
No.
if he scores on 40, it gives him 50. And that would be the game.
So bad. Griffin, when you get to move, just take a break. Give us a handshake.
I believe our scoring's messed up. I think it's
Let's get that for you. What's the... Right up. Good.
5-5. I believe we had the scoring wrong before that, and Azer won that last match. Sorry, game. for Azer there. Thought it was 15.
Heard a pretty, I don't know what you would call that, erratic moment from Azer.
Emphatic?
Yeah, emphatic. There you go.
Yeah, energetic, whatever
There
you
you
want to
go.
call it.
There you
Dude,
go.
the guy was getting into it.
Hearts in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Wow. Stellar ball by Cruz in there causes Azer to lose grip of his racket as it goes flying into the fence.
Yeah, you gotta hope that racket's not broken. I don't know how many guys have an extra.
Yeah. Kind of a cool flex if you hit the ball so hard that it goes straight through your racket. Wonder if that's ever happened.
I doubt it.
It's only because I stopped playing tennis that hasn't happened.
That was out of bounds off of Azer. Oh, and Azer will win 6-5. Scoring was very off.
Apologize for that.
Oh wait, is that?
So is that set?
I'm
One
not
complete?
sure. So that should be the end of set one.
Yeah, leading us to set 2.
So is it a best of 3 format?
I don't know.
Yeah, I think he said first to 2.
First to 2 wins.
Yeah, first to 2 set wins.
Pretty lengthy game.
Yeah.
That thought this would be a whole in and out ordeal.
I agree.
But I'm not complaining. Gotta love the game. Gotta love the day. The energy here is.
It's a very slow game, tennis.
Yeah, but you know sometimes you need that in your life. A little bit of a break from the fast pace.
That's true. That's true.
You can't watch football every time.
No.
Can't watch baseball. You can watch baseball. Baseball's pretty slow. Just saying, not all battles can be won on the lacrosse field. Slow and steady wins the race.
Whatever you say, man. Whatever you say. Bennett gives up that first one.
All I can say watching this right now is thank God it's not raining.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I remember we did that Georgetown Prep baseball game in the rain. Not only was it cold and rainy, they were getting blown out.
Blown out to the point where it ended on a mercy rule, which
I don't
couldn't
see
tell-
very often.
couldn't tell if they were having mercy on the team or us broadcasting. I'd like to believe it's a bit of both.
Yeah.
I do like a good summer rain, though. A hot rain makes me pretty jolly, but a cold rain, that'll ruin my day.
Hot rain.
I mean, don't you agree? A summer thunderstorm.
Whoa. What? You like it or you don't like it?
I love it.
Yeah. It depends. Depends. If I'm trying to play some basketball and it starts raining, or if I'm trying to go out on the water and it starts raining, not a fan. But you know, if it's been incredibly hot for the past couple days, and then we get some,
that's
we
what,
get
that's
some
what
nice
we're talking
rain.
about, though, is like the game of tennis. You know, it's a nice little break of pace. You know, you can't have the whole summer playing basketball. You need a nice day inside.
Yeah, well.
All right. Guess we got some disagreements. $30-15 cruising. Have we had a game win yet?
No, not this set. Although the scoreboard is still sitting at 6-5. I think that's from the first set.
Yeah, I believe so.
Wait till they switch.
That may be a complaint I file up with the coach after. Get the guys to change their cards.
Guys, I'll be back shortly.
Peter Fu taking over on camera too.
Yeah, shout out to Pifu. Good rally here between the guys.
Can't agree more.
It seems like a sport that's dangerously in need of a scoreboard, and I guess when you have so many people playing at once, that's not possible. But
Yeah.
that being said, it seems like you know, you can kind of keep track of goals in lacrosse or runs in baseball, but
It's just such a quick turning. I mean, you blink and you miss 2 points already.
oh, we may have missed game 2 may have been over there.
Game
Looks
2.
to adjust the scoreboard.
I didn't even think we were done with game 1.
Yeah, I didn't think we were either, but here we are.
Wow. These guys should.
Never mind, he resets it to 0-0.
wow.
I guess Cruson won that set and took the whole thing. Or did Azer win the whole thing? I really couldn't tell you.
If these guys grow up and don't end up magicians, that's a shame, because I've got to say I'm confused.
Fu coming over here, I don't think he knows what's going on either. Because initially I
Fool
thought
everybody.
Azer was in the lead there.
Kenzie, is that game? Are we done?
No. Through the silence of the tennis court, it really emphasizes Coach Mo's yelling from the cross field. Scream of a warrior. Passionate. That's what that is, passion.
Yeah, absolutely. Absolutely, Griffin. Couldn't agree more. He is,
He's wearing shorts and leggings at the same time. Some would say, why not just pants?
you know, in this weather with those leggings and that hoodie on.
But the leggings match the hoodie, so you can't really be mad at it.
Yeah, well, it's got to be very hot out now.
Yeah, people wear suits in the summer.
Yeah, well, people also don't spend 2 hours outside in those suits.
Sure they do. Never been to a wedding?
Weddings are at night, Griffin, and a lot of them are inside.
I've never been to a wedding, so.
Actually?
Yeah.
That checks out
Does it?
to an extent.
I get scared of romance. Can't take it. Back to the game. 15. Easer. Frustrating point there. Given up by Bennett.
be honest, these guys might still be warming up. No one really knows for sure.
Yeah, I mean, how about that? Confused from the start.
Yeah.
Even though the match started. What does that show? Still, pretty
Wow.
impressed by these guys. Friend of the show, Hammy Sloan, is on the JV tennis team. Sorry,
Tennis.
not
I don't think
tennis.
it's called that, dude.
Not on my A game today.
Not at all.
Something in the water. Of course, I don't drink water.
Everyone knows that.
Water's for showering, not drinking. That's why we have the school store. Wow. Just short, but still a pretty impressive recovery there by Cruising. There's that weird middle line where I feel like the ball's either too short or too far.
Pardon?
There's that weird middle line where I feel like balls are either too far or too short.
Which?
know?
Where is this middle line?
I'm just saying, like, when they do when they pop the ball pretty high up in the air to
Oh,
recover,
yeah.
it's either short or way gone.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I agree.
Maybe that's an aspect of it, being freshmen.
Yeah, these two certainly still have a lot of time to learn the game. An even deuce right now for the fellas. And Cruson takes the advantage there. He will walk off the court here. Hopefully we get a scoreboard update.
Little stalemate here. Boys go fetch for some balls.
And a 1-0 lead in sets for Cruson.
As I watch these freshmen play, I'm curious how the senior varsity athletes handle. You know,
Absolutely, yeah. You gotta wonder how
what's the
lead-
speed like on those?
Yeah, I don't watch a lot of high school tennis, but if I did,
I feel like the world's overdue for a tennis movie. You know, your golf movies, your hockey
we've
movies.
got several tennis movies. Wasn't there that one about the
Oh, there was
man and
a-
the woman tennis player that played against each other a couple years back?
What am I thinking? King Richard, Will Smith.
Oh yeah, that one. I haven't seen that one though.
Yeah.
That's the
pretty
guy
sure
that like
that's
trained
the-
Serena and Venus Williams. right?
Yeah, pretty sure that's the one that caused the infamous Oscar slap.
Oscars. Oh yeah.
Correct me if I'm
yeah.
wrong.
No, I believe you're right.
So
To be
that's
fair, Will
one-
Smith might have just been at the Oscars anyway.
Yeah, but one could say that tennis caused the slap of Chris Rock.
Funny.
Duke, what's going on there with your finger?
Oh, I don't know, but
A little bit of blood dripping onto our set.
Seem to have opened a wound on my finger.
And they say sports media is not gritty.
Yeah.
To them, I tell them, tune in.
Pretty gross. Hope I don't get any of that on my shorts.
Gross, groggy, etc. I'll tell you what is
Not
gross.
a big fan of blood, personally, especially
Sure.
my own.
You know, I don't mind it. Never bothered me.
Gruesom's big opportunity here.
I'll tell you what's gross is this backhand that
Wow.
Cruisen just served. I mean, talk about timing.
Yeah.
Disgusting, one could say. Yeah, I had no idea tennis matches were so long. So intense. The intensity I knew.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Great job by Cruz in there.
What? The length?
Hmm?
I didn't know that they were this long.
No, me neither. I knew the professional ones were. I figured in high school they kind of just got it up and over with.
Yeah. I feel like high school sports don't really mail it in the way I thought they did. It's like, come on, we've been here for an hour and a half.
Yeah, well, it's also just a very slow game. I mean, they take so long between every single point and such. And, I mean, especially, wow.
Wow, I mean, Cruz is really showing his ball knowledge here. Perfect placement with both the body and ball.
Yeah, absolutely.
He was just right there ready for that one.
Wow.
Wow, great display here.
Oh,
You know, that one looked like it got over.
didn't. It didn't.
The deception that this game brings.
It's hard to tell from here. We're sitting about court level.
Yeah, we're pretty much sitting in the courtyard,
Yeah.
one could call it. The gray area between the baseball diamond and the clay court.
It's not clay, dude.
The concrete court.
Barely sneaks in. So does Cruz's shot.
Wow. These are the same courts where Jane Blessing, former student Jane Blessing's TikTok of Matt Morris went viral.
TikTok and Mac. What was it?
During the Sunday.
Surf for the Cure?
Yeah, Surf for the Cure. Mac Morris was wearing a Peter Pan costume.
I don't remember that.
Got like 500,000 likes or something.
Wow, really? I don't remember that.
You're just not tuned in the way I am. It's
No,
okay.
I'm not.
It's okay. Wonder if they have tennis at Tulane.
Probably. It's a Division I school. Power group of 5, actually.
No need to flex on us. What you get? You like Tulane? You're going to Tulane. Congrats, but let's keep the conversation about tennis. No need to mention Tulane.
You're the one that brought it up.
Hey, let's not point fingers. All deuced up here. Deuce, I like that word. Got a restaurant in Pinehurst called the Deuce.
Really?
Yeah, it sits on number 2.
That's pretty cool. You know why?
Wow.
Because deuce and 2 would mean the same thing.
If you get a number 2 on number 2, or a deuce on deuce, you get a little coin to commemorate.
You get a,
Commemorate.
What do you mean number 2 on number 2?
On course 2, if you make a number 2 like a birdie on a par 3,
Oh,
then you get a little nice little souvenir coin.
that's cool. I didn't
in
know
the
that was a
deuce. Yeah.
All right, guys, can we wrap this thing up?
My
this
belly
match-
is-
Every single match, besides one of the doubles matches, is done already.
If only these boys knew just how bad I wanted to go to the center.
Yeah.
I mean,
Wow,
he's in
there
charge
we
of
go.
scheduling this game, so Miss Fitzpatrick.
Yeah. Couldn't
What
have
the-
scheduled it for 3:30.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to submit a complaint. Rob Amano's Alexandria Pastry Cafe. Criminal.
You go to APC, dude. What are you thinking?
The hot buffalo chicken,
You're ridiculous.
served with a nice little apple
Is
pastry.
that what is that? Is that on a? Is that a sandwich?
Yeah, it's a sandwich.
Is it good?
It's got hot chicken.
Is the chicken?
Pretty
Is the chicken
solid,
like?
it's
Is it a whole
good.
thigh or is it like?
No,
sliced
it's like it's like a thin sliced thigh. And it's
Okay,
got,
yeah. So it's a whole thigh.
Yeah, it's got like bacon, Russian dressing, lettuce.
So it's not
It's a
very good.
phenomenal sandwich.
Sounds like okay. Does it have cheese on it?
Yeah, it's got I think provolone maybe.
I think provolone, maybe. You
I'm
gotta know your sandwich,
have
dude.
you not gone? You
I
got
haven't been to APC. No.
Alright, well,
oh, I
then-
went once. I got the Italian sandwich. It was awful.
Okay, well then consider it a date, Duke. On Friday or Saturday, you
I
and
won't be here.
Ladies and gentlemen, we call that rejection.
I'm not gonna be here, man. I got plans.
Bro thinks he's too good for the hot buffalo
It
chicken.
was a great overhead shot by Bennett Cruson, behind the back and over his head.
Are we in the second game? Yes, we are.
We might be in the third game by this point. Nobody really knows for sure.
It's all kind of a bliss.
What? You mean a blur?
A blur. There you go.
A bliss, dude. That's like another form of happiness.
What do you know?
Enough. Fault one there for Cruson. Honestly, I just wish I understood this game. It would make this whole thing a lot easier.
Would it though?
Yeah, it would.
I still feel like it's kind of hard to, even if you know the scoring, it's kind of hard to keep track of the scoring because you got to watch every individual point.
That is true, but I would
So
at
it's
least
like-
there would be more indicators to it. You know
I
what
mean, like, think about it. If you watch football without the scoreboard, like, you know what a touchdown is, sure, but
well, yeah, that's not what I'm saying. I'm saying I wish I understood, like,
I feel you.
yeah, like,
Yeah.
serves and all that.
What makes the clock tick? One
Yeah.
could say. I like that. I'm gonna trademark that new expression. Whatever makes your clock tick, bro. Solid chirp.
Yeah, but it's if it's five, like if one has five, you have to. It's win by 2. So
Wow.
you get 7.
Well, great point by
Great,
Cruson.
great ball by Cruson. Makes you wonder what this game would look like if they were playing on ice.
The fourth surface. I've heard somebody call ice.
Speaking of ice, big hockey playoffs right now.
Yeah, Caps don't play tonight, unfortunately.
I couldn't care less about the Caps. Let's go, Canes. Well, he's got.
You're gonna care more about the Caps when they beat the Canes.
Yeah,
Second
that's
round,
fine.
baby. Caps in 6.
Ovechkin and who?
Dylan Strome,
Yeah,
Connor
but who-
McMichael, Tom Wilson.
Okay, whatever. Who cares? Let's just keep the conversation on tennis, please.
Sebastian Aho and who?
What do y'all do sports media?
Okay, what do you know about Bryce Young?
Bryce Young, the guy who almost lost his starting job in Carolina. Actually, he did lose his starting job in Carolina. Had to earn it back.
It's called
Over from Andy Dalton.
It's called motivation, bro. And boy, did it work like a charm. You should watch that Eagles game that we nearly lost due to a dropped pass.
Yeah, we narrowly lost the Eagles too, and then we lost 5 more games in a row after that.
The Commanders?
No, Saints. I'm a Saints fan. You do this.
I did not know that.
You're not tapped in.
What's your relationship with New Orleans?
What do you think, man?
I mean, I know your sister goes there.
My father.
Your father went to school there?
Yeah, we went to school there. He also grew up in Louisiana.
Like father, like son.
No, I didn't grow up in Louisiana.
All right, Duke. That's enough out of you, bro.
No, it's not. I'm commentating this game.
And with that, I'll say we're still at deuce, or now at deuce.
I think we're on the 3rd set. Though I couldn't really tell you.
Wonder if the boys will fire up the speaker again and get some tunes playing.
That'd be pretty cool. I'm surprised there's not more people here watching this.
Yeah. Where are the Episcopal cheerleaders at?
Yeah. Well, I'm saying from the games that have finished, it looks like everyone's over there watching that doubles match.
Oh, yeah. Oh, we are watching one of the last matches.
Yeah.
I
This
didn't
game's
even realize,
taking an extremely long time.
didn't even realize that. Who do you got, Michael Jordan or LeBron?
LeBron, obviously.
Okay, well, you're an idiot.
No, you're just a UNC fan.
A three-peat, and then a baseball career, and then a three-peat. Stuff a legend, dude.
Okay, yeah, that first three-peat, who do you even play against? What, like the Lakers with really
Isaiah
with
Thomas.
stupidly old Magic?
Isaiah
and then, like,
Thomas
the
and the Bad Boy
the
Pistons.
Trailblazers. The Bad Boy Pistons, name 3 players.
Isaiah Thomas, Dennis Rodman at the time.
Dennis Rodman could not score a point.
Yeah, but he would shove.
Okay, he would punch Jordan.
Huh?
Just means that he couldn't play good defense, so they had to foul him.
It's called grit.
It's not called grit, man. It's called weak comp.
The plumber excuses. So dried out.
I'm not saying they were plumbers. I'm just saying they weren't good NBA players.
Yeah, but to be a GOAT in that time, surrounded by bums, I mean, it still takes as much talent as it is to be good today.
Not-
You got
not at
all
all.
the technology.
Not at all. I'm not saying that. I'm saying that LeBron's play is more impressive.
You're telling me
Jordan's-
that you're better than Michael Jordan. That's what you're telling me right
That's
now.
I'm telling you, the LeBron's actual play on the court is more impressive. There's no debating that. And Jordan's wins, while on the surface more impressive, are actually less impressive because of the competition he's playing against. He only made 6 finals. You know how many finals LeBron made? 10, and counting.
A phrase for that would be out one ear or in one ear, not the other, because that's what just happened with me.
Exactly. You Jordan fans are all the same.
Don't care at all. I mean, have you seen the free throw line dunk? You try free throw line dunk.
Bro. Anyone can dunk from the free throw line nowadays. Probably know a guy that can dunk from the free throw line.
Yeah, but try doing it in Jordan ones. Basically flip flop.
Anything off the top. Really annoying. It's fine. It's just I'm not getting cut from it much. So it's gonna be alright.
Cruising still with a 3-game lead.
According to our scoreboard. I don't know about all that.
Hey now, JV baseball, 3 Episcopal and 5 St. Stephen's. So
That's what the score is. We're playing St. Stephen's in like a lot of sports right now. I think we're over at their field for the lacrosse game, which I would have loved to catch. Unfortunately, I was otherwise engaged.
unfortunately, or you mean fortunately? Fortunately, we have the pleasure of presenting you with this exhilarating, phenomenal tennis match between Bennett Cruzen and Azer.
Wow. You got to convert there if you're Azer.
Yeah,
You had a
you
great
could
chance
tell.
to
I
score
mean-
that one.
Kind of fell short.
It says 1-0.
And
So dead ass. Wait, 1-0. Scorecard said 1-0. For games.
Yeah, neither of these players playing with any urgency to kind of submit their opponent. They're just kind of letting the game go. No.
yeah, it's a game of patience, like you mentioned earlier, Griffin.
If this was a Sunday, I would eat this up. But Tuesday, Saturday?
Got places to be, man.
I mean, speak for you, dude. You're a junior. You get or you're a senior, perhaps. Or you're a senior, and you get Thursdays on the center. So, you've got time. Me? Just a one day. Peter Fu walking over here to the broadcasting booth with one of his signature complaints, perhaps.
Who decided to do this? I was gonna be here for another at least
I was
30
right.
minutes. Dude, I haven't had water in forever.
There's a water fountain right there.
There's the water for the
Yeah.
I never record.
apologize for that.
Technical difficulties.
Yeah, we're dealing with some audio issues here.
But hey, we're back.
Yeah, we're
So
back now.
Be grateful.
Better than ever, arguably.
As Bennett takes one out narrowly.
Nobody really knows what the score is right now. I don't even think they know.
Just playing to play.
Yeah, absolutely. Can't hate it.
You know, in all the
He's really good.
I
wish I could play this one.
don't for back of I don't know. I'd much rather be doing this than baseball. I'll say that. I cannot stand covering baseball.
That may be.
He is good. I think I can beat him.
Baseball, aka the never-ending game.
Yeah, baseball seemingly has no end.
First doubles to 3 doubles. Kind of
It's
I mean, the game is designed for you to have a nap at the ballpark. Went to a Mets-Nats game on Friday, and really cool stadium. Couldn't tell you a thing about the game though.
Nats Park is a great stadium, and it's very underappreciated
Just kind of
too.
looked around, enjoyed the beauty, and occasionally looked up for my hot dog to see some baseball.
Looked up from your hot dog. How was your hot dog?
It was a plate of chicken tenders.
Sure.
Paid like $20 for chicken tenders and a soft pretzel. The lady handed it to me, and I immediately dropped the pretzel.
Soft pretzels are overrated, man. I'll say it.
But while trying to save the soft pretzel, which you consider underrated,
Overrated.
overrated, dropped a tender. And you do the math, like
Oh no.
one of those tenders, that's like a $3 loss right there.
That's on you, dude.
I just watched, combined with the pretzel, that was probably like $7.50. It just fell to the ground.
Yeah, man. I mean, come on. You really got to be more locked in there. That's
I had the shanks.
it's money you're throwing away.
One of the great blunders.
Arguably.
Anyway, pretty fierce match going on here as Azur sends one over, I believe.
First half felt like forever. Ever since Winnipeg has been shooting down.
Azer.
Azur, sorry for that.
Yeah.
It might be Azer. We've been calling him Azer. We'll stick with it.
It's gonna be less than a month. I feel like
I feels like they haven't come off the court in ages.
Yeah, I know. It's almost like they want the game to be over as well.
They're the only match still going on. Of course, they were the last to get started.
You know, I gotta give it to Blake. She stuck around with Sanook the entire time. Me, I couldn't do that. Wow, even some of the St. Stephen's players are now leaving.
They've been leaving pretty much since they finished. I mean,
Come on, cheer on your teammate.
yeah, it's got to be a little bit disheartening if you're Azer. Your boys don't even want to watch you play, or maybe they've seen him win so much it just doesn't even faze them at this point.
Wow, as he hits a pretty good shot there. Is it only 2-2? Am I seeing things? What does that say? 3-2?
No, it's 3-2 Azer.
Azer could potentially close it out if he wins another 3 games.
Yeah. 3 in a row and he takes this one.